G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son, our Fortress Europa campaign game from Compass Games, and we're about to go on with the October 3rd week, so turn 19. As I said at the end of the last turn, sorry about the light again, the Germans pushed out and destroyed the Canadian Armoured Division, which was good of them. Also reduced the 53rd British Infantry Division, forcing it back into near isolation, and consolidated forces in some cities and this Kampf group here. So the Americans now want to come over and try and take Bremen. While the British look after Rotterdam, these forces here look after these guys and punch through. Down to the south we have the French forces, which are going to be recalled. And we have the American forces coming east as well to try and punch their way through and down to the south area. So that's what we have. So, as per usual, we've done the turn record phase, and we're going to go on with the weather. Dun, dun, dun. Again, we want a 1 through 3 for clear weather. And we get a 3 again. My God, 2 1s and a 3. We have clear weather again. So we are into the air allocation phase. So time to make you a little bit dizzy. Let's bring it around and have a look at what we want to do. So again, what I want to do is stop the Germans from getting any replacements. So, again, I'm going to put 1 on bridge attacks. And again, the 1 on V1 sites, so we can get our British reinforcements. And then the 2 American SAC onto German replacements, like that. We're going to put 1 tack down in counter. Oh, in fact, they've got none. Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. They're all going into ground support. All into ground support. I could put some down on strafing, but I don't really want to. I don't really need to. If I can get the attacks in, then I'm doing better. So that's that. So we'll take our bridge, put it back where we were again, on the Rhine, and stop them coming across too easily, and move into the replacement phase. So again, coming over and having a look-see. In October, again, the Americans get 3, so they'll take 1 armour and 2 infantry. The British get 2, so 1 armour and 1 infantry, like that. This actually goes up 1 because I didn't adjust it after the Canadian Armoured Division was knocked out. So we're at 47 at the moment. And then we go for partisans again. So let's just come on back. I'll just put it like that for the time being. And we have our partisans again. So we shall stick them back into Belfort, and we are good to go. Righto. So other replacement wise, we pick up one American infantry division, which goes up into again to Europe. Righto. Now, what else needs replacements here first? I could replace these couple of units up here, but I don't want to. I don't think I need to. So they're going to stand. In fact, I don't think there's any replacements other than, yeah, the British one over here. So let's do him, because I don't really want him knocked out. So that's one British infantry. They're all good. Can't do anything there. They're all good. These are all good. And good. And good and good. There's another British. Take that off there. So, two British infantry. He goes back under. And that's it. So it's just the two British infantry. 1, 2. So they have 11 infantry and 9 tank, and the Americans have 3 of each. Right. So we go into the first move impulse. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the French, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and come off is 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all good to go. They go back to West Africa. To Africa, I should say. And we go up to 51, like that. Right, so then we can move these ones. They can move 7, so they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. And these little fellas can move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, Patch, stay where you are. Okay, so that's that. Now let's have a look up here for the Americans at Boulogne. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this fellow over, 1, 2, 3, and this fella to here. These fellows go into here, and our American one, no, where'd he go? The 99th is going to come on in Calais and go 1, 2, like that. So that takes us down to 50. And then we are going to do what? I'm going to bring on 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to bring on Hodges with 1, 2, 3 divisions, and they are going to come on in Ostend again, ready to diddly bop over. So that takes us down to 46. Okay. Right. So we'll have an attack into here. That's good. These guys can all move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, to there. That's fine. Now in here we still have 9, 10 is 20. And I've got 5, 11, 23, 29, 35, 36. Okay, so $36 to 10 is 20. So I'm going to put 2 ships over here as well. These 2 will come forward to here. 1, 2 into there, 1 forward, and 1 forward at the moment, like that. That's moved. He's going to move. He's going to stay there at the moment. Oh, he can come up. We can start to take him off there. 1, 2, 3 for our little Canadian 3rd Division. And then we have everything over here. So I'll just move around the other side. Okay, so first things first. In Bremen we have 4, 8, 12 is 24. I've got 8 and 12 is 20, 28, 34, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't get there on the first go. Or do we knock out Dortmund first? 3, 7, 11, 12 is 22, and we can do that. Okay, so I'm going to bring these 2 forward. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's leave him there for a moment. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into there. Now he's got nowhere to go. Right, so that's all done there. This little fella here can go 1, 2, 3, 4 up to there, just to help with Antwerp. We've got 6, 12, 18 there, and we've got 4 is 8. These blokes are going to come into here, and these 2 will go 1, 2 into there, like that. Right, these 2 here will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 10. That's 6. This guy will go 1, 2, 3. Nurny, 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 nurny. This poor fella's out here by himself. 4, 8, 11 is 22. What do I want to do here? Eight, 15, 22. So that would be a 1-to-1 without anything. Yep, let's do it. Oh, yeah, yay. Right. And I think that's about it for movement. So we'll go into the first combat impulse. So I'll sort them out, put out the odds, and then we'll come back and play. Won't be long. Rightio. So as you can see, we have just a few attacks. We have 1 into Bologna, 1 into Rotterdam, 1 into gone blind again, into Dusseldorf. Well, sorry, into there. I can't see the name at the moment. These into here, this 1 into here, which is at a 1-to-3. It's just a spoiling attack. Monty into here for a 3-to-1, and the Poles and so forth, the Commonwealth forces to here for a 3-to-1 as well. So again, let's start over here and work our way around. So first one is a 3-to-1. For a 5 is a D1, and therefore the last coastal unit is gone. The 47th. We can get rid of those. We used 1 ship, 1 naval support on that one. Okay, we're using 3 naval support and 1 air on Rotterdam, again for a 3-to-1. For a 3, which is an exchange. Let me move around the other side. Okay, so what do the Germans want to lose? Well, I suppose realistically they'll lose student. And we have a 6, a 5, a 6, a 6, a 6, so the 5 unit. And they are in a fortress. Exchange, take So they don't have to retreat or anything, so that is that. So again, get rid of the die, get rid of the naval forces, and get rid of the air. Done. Right, so the next attack is over here at Dortmund. That's what I was trying to think of. At 4-to-1, using 2 air for a 3. And a 4-to-1 for a 3 is a DR. And because they're just in a city, they have to retreat. They can't retreat here because we have a zone of control, and they can't retreat here because we have a zone of control. So Dortmund has been taken. So they lose the 406th headquarters, the 553rd, 719th and 180th Infantry Divisions. Let's just leave them over there for the time being. Okay, next cab off the rank is these and one of these into here for a 3-1. Oh, for a 6. 3-1 for a 6 is a DE. So these two units, the reduced 559th Infantry Division and the 102nd SS Tiger tanks, are gone. And that goes away. And then we have our little fella at 1-3. And that is the 8th Infantry Division. For a 3. 1-3 for a 3 is an A1. Okay, so he's okay. And he goes back 1, 2. I believe, sorry. A1. Yep, he can go back 2. So that wasn't too bad. A lot better than I probably deserved, that's for sure. Right, next is Monty's troops for a 3-1 using 2 air. Oh, sugar. For a 4 for a 3-1. Which is again an exchange. Let's get rid of those. Get rid of the air. Okay. German-wise, yep, it's going to be the SS unit. And we've got an 8, a 7 and a 7. So, like that. And then a 3-1 here using 2 air against these guys. 3-1 for a 2 is a E2. Okay. So I'm going to take it on the 7th, 1 and 2, because I can bring them back. And they'll take it on this little fella here. And then that goes away. The air goes away. And for an E2, the attacker retreats all surviving defending units 1 hex. Okay. But they're in a fort, so they don't have to. So that's our first combat phase done. Dun, dun. Okay. So we move into the Allied second move phase. Okay, let's see what we can do. So the first thing we're going to do, these guys can go 3, so they're just going to go into Bassencon. These guys will stay here. Patch will come up 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are good. Right. Up here we move into Boulogne. So this guy can go in there, and this guy can go in there. And we roll for 4. We roll for the supply capacity. And we get it all. So that's 4, plus 1 is 5, because I didn't take off the, for the British unit destroyed. So that takes us up to 51 again. Right, now, with the rest of these troopses, we're going to start to move. So these 2 will go 1, 2. These 2 will go 1, 2. And Bradley will go 1, 2, 3. To there. This little fellow will go 1, 2, and off. And that gives us 52. Delataire will go out at Genova. Back to Africa with the rest of his French forces. That gives us 53. I'll move around the other side again. Okay. So all of the V1 sites now are also destroyed. So that's bloody wonderful. Okay. We have 9, which is 18. And I've got nothing else to put in there. No. So there's going to be a battle there. So they've got 18 and 18, so that's 1 to 1, and 6, 12, not enough. It's going to be a 1 to 1. So let's mark that while we can. Think about it. Nothing to put there. We've used all the naval support. I can't get any more Brits up there, other than Dempsey, of course. He'll just go 1. That doesn't help at all. Okay. 8, 14, 20 there. I've got 2. We're in a fort. 2, 5, 6, 7 is 14. Okay. So this guy will go 1 to there. These 3 will come over. 1, 2, 3 to there. And so what did I say? Sorry. 5, 2, 5, 6, 7 is 14. That's 20, 26. 28, 34, 41, 1, 2, 3, 42 is 3 to 1. 1, 2, 3 is 4 to 1. And 1, 2, 3. Let's just come back there. So 4 to 1 there. And take out Dusseldorf. Because then nothing's going to be able to come up my bum too much as I head for Bremen and that. Right. Now, this guy here is 10 is 20. If I bring them up, that's 24. In here we have 2, 4 is 8. So these guys are going to go here. He can't move, so no, we don't want to do that. 10 is 20. This guy will go into here. This guy will go 1, 2. That's no bloody good. That would be a 1 to 1. No, 1 to 2. Yeah, I think we've got to do it again. He's going to come in there, so he'll go that way. And 1, 2. It's 20, that's only 19. So that's still a 1 to 2, isn't it? Oh, bugger. Four. So if we go, sorry. Like that. So that's been taken out, so I've got to put a, so they don't get a Volkstrom at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Castle can have a Volkstrom. Like that. Okay. So if these guys attack into here, and he's just going to do a shitty one. So we have 4 in here, we have 18 here. So that's a 2, 4 is 8. So this will be a 2 to 1. And again, this will be a 1 to 3. Like 1, 2, 3. Fat fingers and all. Okay. Into here we have 4, 8, 9 is 18, and we have 15, 19, and Monty is 20 for a 1 to 1. Not great. And then we have this guy here, the Poles against the German division, which is again another 1 to 1. Like that. Well, in fact, if we bring him down 1, 2, that gives us 5 to 4, which gives us a 2 to 1, doesn't it? It's still 1 to 1. Yes, I don't really want to do that. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 up there. Hodges comes down 1, 2, 4. These guys can go 2. 1, 2. Hodges goes in here. I wasn't supposed to move Bradley before, sorry. So he's already 1, 2, 3. One, two. You can go 1. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. That'll do. That's it. Okay, so let's get some fighting done. Come around and see if you can see what the hell I'm trying to do. No fighting there, so it's all there. Okay. Righto. So let's start at Rotterdam for a 1-to-1. For a 2. 1-to-1 for a 2 is an A1. We'll just do this little fella here. Like that, and then we have to retreat 1 or 2 hexes. Okay, that's good. Again, we'll come down here, and we'll come down here, like that. Righto, then we'll do Dortmund. No, sorry, Dusseldorf. 4-to-1 for a 5. 4-to-1 for a 5 is a D. E. Yay! So they lose all of these. So Mangeteufel is gone. The 654th Panzer Battalion, regiment, sorry, is gone. The SS Tigers and a Panzer regiment is all gone. Right. Then we have the 2-to-1 here. For a 3, and 2-to-1 for a 3 is attacker retreat. So we'll go back 1, 2. He was already there. And then we have a 3-to-1, 1-to-3 for a 3. 1-to-3 for a 3 again is an A1. So attacker is reduced, goes back 2, 1, 2 with that little fella there. Monty with a 1-to-1 for a 5 is an exchange. So again, they'll lose the SS. That's their minor unit. And we'll do the other 7-6 unit. Oh, la la la. So the 8-6 is still good. The 7-6 is down. The other 7-6 is down, and Monty is good. And again, they're in a fort, so they don't have to go anywhere. And then we have the Poles against the German infantry at a 1-to-1. Fool for a 1. I don't like that. That's an A2. So the Poles are gone, I'm afraid to say. Bugger. So that gives us another capacity, taking us up to 54. And that is the last of But let's get this poo out of the way and see what we've got. Righto, so then we have the rail control phase. So let's have a look here. Again, that was the last time we were there, so that's good. We were there, so that's where the rail was cut off. There. Yeah, that rail is still cut off. There. It's actually cut off, yeah, there. As well. There. Let's just come over this way a bit, sorry. Rails cut off there. And rails cut off there. Okay. And then the Allied supply to the south is good. Monty's still here, he can look after this fella. Simpson is here to look after these fellas. Patton is here to look after all of these fellas. Dempsey to look after these. We've got Hodges here looking after these. We've got Bradley over here looking after these. So we are good to go. So that's it. So at the moment, you know, that's pretty damn fine. So let's just put a couple of Allied control markers down for what we have done. So we've taken Dortmund, we've taken Essen, we've taken Dusseldorf, anything else we need to worry about at the moment? No, I think that's basically it. Okay, so that is that. So this is basically the damage we've done this time to the Germans, which is pretty damn fine. But again, we lost the 7th Armoured Division, which I've got to try and bring back. We lost the Polish. We lost the 4th Armoured Division, which I haven't brought back yet either. So I'm going to probably bring them back and give them to Hodges. Oh, not Hodges, sorry, Dempsey, to try and do something. Because I really need to clear Rotterdam. Though I'm trying to work out if maybe I'll let these American forces come up and actually finish it off, so I can bring Dempsey down to help Montgomery, and then we'll have the Americans to the north and the Commonwealth to the centre with the Americans to the south as well, sort of thing, because we've got those Americans coming up the south there. We've got the Commonwealth in the middle, and the Americans to the north. I'm hoping that next turn, from the Allies' point of view, they might actually have a good go at Bremen, if they can get over there. If not, what we might do is actually isolate Bremen and then move in after that. But I think overall, we're doing pretty good. But I've got to worry about these German forces in my rear now. And it's no good having something like that happening. Relatively substantial forces, which means I've got to get troops down there to take them out before they start to create a lot of havoc with a breakout attack. And we still have this German Kampf group down here, which needs to worry about as well, which is a 16 attack, which could make a bit of a mess of things. So that's that. So again, thanks very much. I hope you're enjoying, and I will see you for the German turn. Bye for now. G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son. Now, playthrough of Fortress Europa, and we're about to go on with the German turn for the third week in October. So, I think the Germans want to play silly buggers this time and try and do a few things. So first up is their replacement phase, and again, because we had the two the two heavy bombers on their replacements, they don't get any, so they still only have one infantry and one tank at the moment, but they do pick up this turn 3 infantry divisions. That's 2 4-3s and 1 3-3. And those 3 are going to come on in where? In Nuremberg here, in fact. There we go. So those are on. I can't really use the replacements to do anything for the Germans at the moment, except for... No, I can't do that. No, so I can't do anything for them at the moment. So that is their replacements phase over, and we move into their first move impulse. Now, I think what I want to do here is I want to try and, it'd be nice to rebuild the line here and do everything, or even attack old Monty, but Monty's in Saarbrücken, so he's in a city. So that's going to give him 8, 16, 17, 18, because they're not doubled in a city, except for Monty himself. So 18 is a fair bit to try and chomp him with. But what I'm thinking of doing is actually moving up through Metz into Luxembourg and trying to take out these 2 here. And I think I got a fairly good chance of doing it. So what I'm going to do is this little fella here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And Luxembourg is no longer Allied controlled. And then these 2 infantry as well, 1, 2, 3, up into there, which leaves them there at the moment. This little fella here, sorry, that's gone as well. So Metz is no longer Allied controlled. And this little fella is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. into there like that. So what we basically have now is, for us, open rail there. And then I was going to bring these little fellas over as well. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, like that. This guy's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he's going to go 5, 6. No. 5 to there. And that way, if these blokes get a retreat, they can't go there, they can't go there, and they can't go there. And that's the reason for that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this comp group here, and it's too hard. And they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and simply come up this way like that. This little fella could move over to here. He's going to have the same, but at least in the fortress here, he, which you can't see, of course. I'd like to get this little fella up into here, sort of thing, but I can't do it. He could get to here, but then as he is here, he doesn't have to retreat. And all we have along here is Volkssturm, effectively. There's really not much else there. I've got these two here. But I don't really want to move them. I've got these little fellas here. Oops. I need to bring this guy down, if I can. 1, 2, 3. No, it's no good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. And the reason for that is then that gives me 12 and 12, so it gives me a 2-to-1 onto him there. There's not much sense in moving any of these others, and there's nothing over there, which just leaves us with Rotterdam. So I think that is it. So we'll go into the first combat, and we have a 2-to-1 against those two reduced American divisions. Two to one for a 3 is an exchange. Sorry? It's an E2. Holy plops. Okay. So we'll get rid of the tigers. And he goes down to a 3. He goes down to a 2. And we'll get rid of him, and we lose the 90th. And then they have to retreat, and they can't retreat anywhere, so therefore they're both gone. So the Americans lose those two. Okie doke. There's no other attackers. No. Which means we go into the second move. This guy can move 1. This guy can move 2. So they'll go into there. At least they're in the mountains. These guys can move 2. They may as well stay in Luxembourg. This guy can move 3. Let's just put him in Metz, and this guy will come up like that. We don't want to move anybody else on the line, so that just leaves these fellas. And I think what I need to do with them is simply get them into mountains to start with, like that. Right, so we go into the second combat phase, and there is no combat. We go into the rail control phase. So we've removed the rail markers from here, blocking. Right, that's good. That's good. That's all still done. Yep. We go into the German supply phase, and again, all our people are in cities and all the rest of it, all within range, I hope. Yep, we're in range. Cities, fortresses, all that sort of stuff, which is wonderful. And we go into the end of turn segment, and we can remove this guy, and we can move this guy here. I would have liked to have gone in and had a go at him, but again, he was 12 there as well, so it didn't really pay in any way, shape or form. I think that's it. So, the Germans have taken back Metz, Nancy, Luxembourg, destroyed 2 American infantry divisions, made life a little bit more difficult for the Brits down here. They can still trace their supply back and everything else, but yeah, it means the Brits are going to have to come back and do this. These guys probably come down and take this out if they can, or even a sort of in here. So it does make it a little bit more difficult for the central forces. We still have the southern forces coming up, but they're going to take forever and a day, except for these minor units here, the armoured cav, but that's only 6 attack points, so there's not much there. So that even coming into here, there'd be a sort of a 1-to-1. Difficult, in fact, even worse, because this guy's doubled and they'd basically be halved. So no, so they're not going to be able to do much other than move up and do this, or maybe they can come up through here and take this little fella out. He's only there for 2. He doesn't get doubled up in the city, so yeah, that could be a 3-to-1 that they could use to get rid of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can't get there the first go, but they can the second go. Oh no, they got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but at least they can retake Nancy, block off the railway again, heading out to Pathe, and do that sort of thing. So that's where we are. Thanks again, and when we come back, we will be into the last week in October, which is turn 20. Yay! So take care, be good, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.